And just like that, the rumors have already started. I'm going to tell you why you need to shut Paul Finebaum up. Stick around. This is Way Offsides. 3, 2, let's go. Hey, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever the case may be. Welcome to Way Offsides. Cotton here with a very special edition of Turn Paul Finebaum Off of Your Television. Just a couple of days removed from Alabama naming Ty Simpson the starter of the quarterback, the chatter has already begun. A year ago, everybody was cracking jokes because we flipped a transfer quarterback from, well, not a transfer, but a SMU commit to Alabama. Now it's, oh, he's going to leave and he's going to go somewhere else because everybody wants a little bit of what Bama's got going on, including Paul Finebaum, so much so that he will say whatever egregious, ridiculous thing he can think of in that big, bald, shiny head of his to get you to click on his stuff. So don't do it. Click here instead. Thanks for stopping in. While you're here, while you're clicking, leave a big roll tide in the comments section. Tell Paul Finebaum what he can jump off of for me down there in the comment box, and subscribe, hit the notification bell while you're over there. For those of you who have already heard it over on social media, I'm already getting direct messages from people going, hey, what if this happens? What if this happens? First of all, I don't live in a world of what ifs. I live in what's going on right now on August 15th, 2025. Alabama kicks off in 15 days down in Tallahassee. My team has just named their starting quarterback, Ty Simpson. My backup quarterbacks are Austin Mack and Keelon Russell going into the season. I have zero control over what happens in December, over what happens in the spring. I am focused on the here and now. It's called mindfulness, people. Practice it. It'll do you some good. Now, let me tell you something really quick. We knew the narrative was going to happen. We knew the national talking, yapping heads were going to say it. Is Keelon Russell going to transfer now that Ty Simpson's been named the starter? Well, according to Paul Finebaum, who told Athlon Sports, if he doesn't play 100%, yes, he's going to transfer. Nobody freaking knows. Nobody knows if that's going to happen except for Keelon Russell. Keelon Russell. Stop watching. Stop engaging. Stop listening to people like Paul Finebaum. I tell you guys all the time, and I know it seems like I've got this personal vendetta against Finebaum, but first and foremost, if you're from the state of Alabama, you should hate Paul Finebaum. He built $1 million business off of making you look uneducated and stupid. Absolutely, 100%. I don't care how good of a person he is. He has zero knowledge when it comes to the actual game of football. None. He just says the most ridiculous thing that will generate an emotional response from you, which is why I'm making this damn video, so that you will click on whatever it is he has said and read it, and he gets paid for it. Stop doing it. That's why he keeps saying whatever it is he wants to say. We are 2 weeks removed from the start of the 2025 season, and we're talking about quarterbacks transferring. Because Ty Simpson got named the starter. Of course he got named the starter. He was always going to be named the starter. Does that mean he's going to finish as a starter? Does that mean Keelon Russell's not going to play? No, it doesn't. If Keelon Russell was ready to be the starting quarterback at Alabama or anywhere else, he would be. It's that simple. Stop trying to throw these freaking 5-star freshman quarterbacks into a fire just because they're 5-star quarterbacks. Let them grow. Let them mature. Let them learn their position at the D1 level. Then when they are ready, put them in. If they don't want to stay and do that, so be it. Farewell. Good riddance. Sucks to be you. Again, if you haven't watched the SEC program on Netflix, go watch it. Listen to Graham Mertz talk about his experience at Wisconsin, having to start as a true freshman with extremely high expectations and what that did to his psyche in terms of being a starting quarterback. Go listen to DJ Lagway talk about how often it's very unfair because I haven't played quarterback at the D1 position. You haven't either. We don't understand what it takes to actually be successful in that job. And guess what? Neither does Paul Finebaum. So to go off the rails and say, well, he's definitely going to transfer if he doesn't play 100%. First of all, do you talk to Keelon Russell on a daily basis? Because you don't get a freaking hard on over him like you do Arch Manning, who probably could have played as a freshman, but did not start, was not the starting quarterback. He played under Quinn Ewers. Why? Because Sark, a actual football knowing individual, understands that starting a true freshman, no matter how highly rated he is, no matter how exciting he is, starting him when he's not ready can be detrimental to his entire career. You know who else has said that? Nick freaking Saban. I'm going to listen to Nick Saban 1,000 times over before I'm going to listen to Paul Finebaum. I don't get it, man. I've already seen the discourse on social media, people freaking out. Well, we're going to lose Keelon Russell. We're based on what? But you really think he's not going to play this year? He's going to play some. But if he doesn't want to stay and to be developed and become a good quarterback and start and lead the team when he's ready, that's on him. That is on him. Nobody else. That is ridiculous that we're even talking about this in friggin' August of 2025. We can't even enjoy a moment without there being somebody out there that's got to start some kind of issue because they got nothing else to talk about. Unsubscribe to Paul Finebaum if you're watching him. Block him on social media. Finebaum, if for some reason you see this, my challenge still stands to a boxing match. I cannot stand you, man. You are a leech and you are everything wrong with sensationalism journalism. Like, that's all you are. That's all you are. You don't know anything about the game. You just say whatever you can so people will tap in. It's smart, man. Don't get me wrong. It's smart because most people can't look at something rationally or logically. They have to react to it emotionally. And he has tapped in on that. But you know what that's called? That's called manipulation. And he's manipulating all of you. Paul Finebaum is a cancer in the college football media world. I am shocked that people like Tim Tebow associate with that because it's unethical. It is incredibly unethical and disgusting. And he's built his house off the back of people who are so emotionally invested in college football. He makes them look stupid. He thinks you're stupid enough to buy into the fact that, well, Keelon Russell's 100% going to transfer. There's a reason Lane Kiffin calls him out on stuff because he just says whatever. Paul Finebaum has no idea what's going on in the locker room at Alabama. None whatsoever. Guess what? He didn't when Nick Saban was there either. He's got his fingers on the pulse of the fan base, not the program. And he's capitalizing on the fact that you're emotional and will overreact to anything he says. Keelon Russell, I doubt the last thing on his mind right now is worrying about transferring somewhere. A season's about to start. They're about to go down to Tallahassee. What if Ty Simpson gets hurt? What if Alabama's blowing folks out and Keelon's going to play? What if Alabama has certain packages for Keelon Russell? Keelon Russell is, if I remember correctly, the highest rated player ever to commit to Alabama. Or he's up there, definitely. Maybe not the highest rated, but he's up there. You really think Alabama doesn't have a plan in place to keep him? You really don't think those conversations with his family and him have gone on going, hey, we're going to start Ty. Here's our plan for you moving forward. Are you comfortable with this? How does this make you feel? You don't think those conversations aren't going on behind closed doors with Courtney Morgan and folks? You think Paul Finebaum's privy to those conversations? Hell no. Jeez, man, I get tired of having to say this stuff, but golly, man, my DMs are literally full of people messaging me going, is Keelon Russell going to transfer? Have you heard anything? First of all, I don't know Keelon Russell. He's not going to call me and tell me jack squat. Secondly, no. Why are we worried about this right now? We have a game in 15 days in Tallahassee, Florida, in a state where the last couple of years we've traveled to, we haven't played particularly well, starting a new quarterback. Stop listening to Paul Finebaum. Quit letting him quit allowing Paul Finebaum to evoke emotional response from you. That is where his power lies. I love y'all. I love y'all. I'm sorry. Sometimes when you love somebody, you got to be tough on them. Okay. That's what this is. Thanks for stopping by. Please hit the subscribe button. Tell me how much you hate and detest Paul Finebaum in the comment section. As always, say your prayers, read your Bibles. Horns down. Beat Auburn and LSU and Tennessee too. Roll Tide.